Just like not move at all. Like it'd be like perfect.
It's gonna be hard for me to do.
Welcome back to the Queen Genius channel. I appreciate everybody coming back to round two of Where Will the Ever-Turning Superstar Out of a Contract Go? In video one, we focused on one of my all-time favorite players, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and I gave you the 5 possible destinations and in my opinion, he's most likely to go. If you haven't watched that video yet, go check it out and comment and let me know where you think he's going to end up at. So today, we are focusing on another one of my all-time favorite players, and that is El Matador, Edinson Cavani. So, we all know Edinson Cavani. He doesn't really need much of an introduction. He has been in obscurity for the past couple of years in Manchester United. Before that, PSG, all-time leading scorer. Mbappe is bound to break it at some point. But nonetheless, he's still the all-time leading scorer at the prolific PSG right now. So he is officially out of a contract soon. So where is he going to go? He's still playing for Uruguay. Just at the time of recording this video, just last night, he scored a brace for them against Mexico. Yay. So really happy about that. Glad to see him putting in goals for country. But where is he going to do it at for club? Well, unlike Zlatan, I don't think number one is going to be number one on this list. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The 5 most likely landing spots, in my opinion, for Edinson Cavani. At number 5, I have Real Betis. So first of all, I think it's a natural fit, and they do need him. They're forwards in terms of putting in the ball in the net, and I'm about to say something that might sound crazy, but let me finish. Their forwards have been a little underwhelming putting the ball in the net, other than a career year for Wanmi. Now, if you look at Wanmi's previous years, I believe he's only hit double digits maybe once or twice. Granted, this year he was in the top 5 for the Golden Boot in La Liga. I understand all that. But are you going to bank on that he's going to do that again? Are you comfortable that he's going to do that again? And where is the depth behind him, even if you do think that? There's none. And I wouldn't be comfortable with him doing that again. So that said, Cavani, in come Cavani. And he also brings a little bit of a different dynamic as he's about a half a foot taller than Wanmi. Cavani in the past has said he has interest in playing in La Liga, and we'll get into what that team supposedly was later on. But I think that this is just a natural fit, and not to confirm, or I should say to confirm, there have been 3 La Liga teams that have supposedly shown interest in him and reached out, and I can confirm that one is Real Betis. So is the interest mutual? I guess we'll find out. For now, I think it's the 5th most likely landing spot. I give this chances of this happening as a 5 out of 10. So not good, but I do think it's a possibility. So we'll go on to number 4, Atletico Madrid. So you're basically replacing one Uruguay legend for another in this scenario. Back in 2019, this almost happened, hence when I said he had interest in La Liga earlier. And I can remember being ready to watch La Liga regularly upon thinking this was actually going to happen, considering he's pretty much my second favorite player. And I've never been a La Liga fan, I've never watched La Liga, and I can remember looking up how to watch it because I thought Cavani was going to go to Atletico Madrid a couple years back. We all know he ended up going to Manchester United, and we all know what happened there. But this past year, Suarez kind of seemed to flame out, and that's where you insert Cavani because I think just don't count this ridiculous stint at Manchester United. Cavani, he keeps in a Champions League caliber team going into the World Cup, and that seems to be pretty high on his list of things to do. And it also keeps him with the possibility of playing European football for at least the next two years because I do think that he's probably going to end up with a 2-year deal, and it makes sense. And there's just too many things that fit here with Atletico Madrid. I think it's pretty high chance of happening. I give it a 5.5 out of 10. So what do you think? Do you think he's going to end up at Atletico Madrid? So number 3, and I'm thinking a little outside the box here, but it would be Fluminense. And I could be pronouncing that wrong, and I'm sorry if I am, because I've never watched a single moment of Brazilian football in my life. And this is the time where this YouTuber is about to completely contradict himself, as we're often known to do. And yes, I do think playing high-level European football is high on his list, and this does contradict it, but I think higher on his list is actually playing, which is something he hasn't done much of in the past 2 years, and we know this. There's a chance that 2 years off of injuries and not playing, there's a chance that all the big boys pass on him. And there's a chance that the smaller guys may not be able to afford him, depending on what his asking price is. And that's where we insert Serie A, and not the Italian kind, but the Brazilian kind. Fluminense is a power name, not to mention the added perk of playing in Rio, which is a pretty much direct route back to his home. And I don't know how much this goes to, I don't know how much he cares about this, but there's the added benefit of being able to play right away, because they follow the Ireland MLS type of schedule where you play in the summer versus the Euro schedule. He's actually expressed interest in playing in the Brazilian league, and to be honest, the Brazilian league is no joke, and it's probably higher than you might think it is in terms of the World Index rankings. The Football Index score has this league ranked as the 8th best league in the world, and only 2 points behind the Portuguese league, which is ranked 6th in the world. So they're no joke. There's also a need for him here too. At the moment, they're currently mid-table, and 75% of the league have more goals right now than this team. So I think he fits them. They have the name power he needs. They have the, I don't know about their budget situation. I really don't. So that part, I'm kind of going in blind with this because I don't know much about Brazilian football. But I do know that this team has a need for him. Supposedly he's expressed interest in playing here. So this was an interesting one. This was my wild card one. And because of the fact that he has literally expressed interest in here, I've got this one being ahead of the La Liga teams. I've got this one. The odds of it happening are a 6 out of 10. So what do you think about that? So at number 2, well, before I get into number 2, I got a cool question for you. Where do you think Cavani became Cavani at? Palermo, Napoli? Well, whatever you just said, the common factor is Serie A in Italy this time. And you may think I'm going to say he's going to go to Napoli here, but they've already came out and said that they will not be in the running to bring him back. But how about on the other side of Pompeii? That's right, the escape artists themselves, Salernitana. And they have strong interest in Cavani. So Cavani would finally give them a legitimate face that they need and something to cheer for, as well as give Cavani a chance to play every single game. Now, they're not going to finish in the top table, in my opinion, unless they get a lot more pieces around. But it gives them a chance to play every day, and he's going to be facing top-tier competition in the likes of Milan, Roma, Lazio, Juve, so on and so on and so on. So, can they afford him? I don't know. But the owner does seem to be keen on bringing him in there and seem keen on doing everything they can to bring him in there. I personally want to see this one happen the most. And if you know me, you probably know why. But I think this is actually a pretty good chance of happening. I bring this one a 7 out of 10 chance of happening. So, at number 1, and my other team on this list, I think, is actually a real landing spot for Cavani. The team that I think has the best chance of a mutual agreement and situation is the Purple Men of Fiorentina in Serie A, obviously. So Fiorentina is a legitimate team who held off Atalanta to be the Conference League for the Conference League qualification spot, and only finished 1 point behind Roma and 2 points behind Lazio for the Europa League spots. So they were this close for Europa League football. So the point is, Cavani can help any team, and especially you bring in a team that needs him in the top half of Serie A. I think you got nothing but good come out of here, out of this mutually for Fiorentina and Cavani. It's widely reported that they have real interest in Cavani, and the point is, Cavani can help them. And I just think this is going to happen. I think the most likely landing spot for him is going to be, he's going to be in a purple kit next year. and this is where he's going to end up at. And I give this an 8.5 out of 10. And I would give this a higher ranking, other than the fact that the other landing spots just completely make sense too. But in terms of attractiveness, I think this one has the, I mean, who wouldn't want to play in Florence? So that said, those are my 5 most likely landing spots for Edinson Cavani for the 2022-23 campaign, or 2022 if you're looking at Brazil. So where do you think he's going to end up at? What do you think of my picks? Hopefully we hear from him soon. Hopefully he keeps lighting it up. Stay safe out there, everybody. Look forward to reading your comments below. Bye.